Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Definitely the quiet before the storm. We are expecting some tropical downpours that should start in about 2 hours. Really heavy rains. It's not going to be a tropical storm or a hurricane or anything like that. Excuse me. I want to make sure I get all the bumps here in the Ace parking lot. But you can see kind of looking north, blue skies and fluffy white clouds, and then kind of overcast looking south, and that's where the storm is coming from. It's right out in the Gulf right now. Not G-O-L-F. It's G-U-L-F. Gulf. They're putting in a new Starbucks up here. We'll get back to the storm in a minute. They're putting in a new Starbucks up here, and it's on the left. Oh, we got a light. We had a Starbucks here before, and then that became a Burger King, and now it's Golden Chick. So it's probably been, 12, 14 years since we had a Starbucks. Something like that, and maybe longer. I don't know. I'm thinking that's a good guesstimate. When I first moved here, I took the boys in 2007 when I moved back. I had all the boys, the 3 older boys, I think, at that time, in Starbucks, and they had friends there, and they were hanging with their friends, and I was sitting at a table drinking black coffee because that's how exciting I am. And a lady came up who I recognized, and she was real nice, and we talked. There's Starbucks right here on the left, guys. Let me show that to you real quick. Well, we're going high class again. We're getting Starbucks here at Rockport. We had one when I first moved here. I'll tell you a story about that one. They're still getting everything all set up. And then someone said that little thing on the side there is going to be a Baskin Robbins, which I don't know if that's true or not. I do see a Starbucks sign, so we know it's a Starbucks. But, excuse me, folks. We shall see. I'm all for a Starbucks. You want to go local? Go local. You want to go to Starbucks? Go to Starbucks. You know they're going to be busy. What have you guys heard that this little shop's going to be? What do we got for gas prices today? The fun never ends. A lady stopped at the table to say hello that I recognized, but I had only been back in Rockport a few days, and I didn't know if it was, do I know her from school? Do I know her from church? Does she, work at H-E-B or Walmart? She one of the kids' mothers. Like, I didn't know where I knew her from. And I'm talking to her, and all of a sudden I realized that I dropped the F-bomb. She had said she wasn't a fan of Starbucks, but she was there for some meeting. And I said, I hear you. They have all these choices, and I just want a effing cup of coffee. And I didn't catch it when I said it, but about a minute later I said, did I drop the F-bomb in front of you? And she said, yeah, I've heard it before. And I said, oh, I apologize. I was raised by my grandmother. If I had dropped the F-bomb in front of a lady, I would have been in big trouble. Big trouble. So I apologized, and she could care less and shook it off, and we talked some more, and then she had to go to her meeting started, and one of the boys came over and just to check in. I said, you doing okay? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Who was that was talking to me? I know her, but I can't place where. And he said, oh, that's Miss Kelley. That's Pastor Kevin's wife. What do you think, Goat? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too. So nothing like impressing the new church by cursing in front of the pastor's wife, Pastor Kevin and Miss Kelley. They have moved on. They moved on years ago. I think kind of retired, but then moved out of town. They were both real nice people. I was just, yeah, the tropical storm is, it's weird. And let me stress this, guys. If you're someplace low that floods, be aware of this storm now. Don't wait for any government warnings, any city warnings, county warnings. We're going to get heavy, heavy rain, and it's supposed to go inland, us, south of us, and who knows how far it's going to go inland. They don't know. So if you're in an area that's known for flooding, get out of there. Get to higher ground. Call up your friends and your family and get them to higher ground as well. I just wanted to check on the progress of these murals that we saw the other day. It's been 2 days since I last filmed them, and I'm sure they're scampering to get done so they can so this is Rockport. What is it? What's the official title? Rockport Little Theater. And they're working on it right now. That's pretty impressive. I love murals, especially because here you got this metal building, not the best looking building in the world, and now they're going to do something positive and creative with it. So got the train, the railroad. Man, it's doing that with Kansas spray paint. It's just amazing. Let's look at that from another angle. Then they got this one on the side of the theater. Looks like they got a camera crew over there right now. I know they did a story on Channel 6. That's how I got some information. KRIS TV 6 here in Corpus Christi. It's really cool. Very cool. Very cool. Let's go check on our buddy that we checked on the other day. Now, there's the back of Copano's right there. And it's going to be on the side, right across from the old train depot. So that's, I don't think we've ever gone in there and filmed. And with my wheelchair now, I think we should be able to, right? We'll have to check. But here's the, any traffic? Nope, no traffic. Here's what we got so far. Let me get you a better shot of that, see what's going on. That's just amazing. I talked to this gentleman yesterday. Let me throw a clip in here. So I'm on Magnolia, and this is the side of the restaurant Copano's. Made really good progress. I love the idea of having more murals here. Look at that. That gray part is like the information boards they have around town that I read you guys. That is awesome. And the beach and the clouds, and I think there's 3 new ones going on around town today. Absolutely amazing work. I'm following that artist on Instagram. Wow, very impressive. He's working hard. And then there's one more One more new one. What's funny, guys, is the art center itself, building to the left and the right, there's no murals on it. So at least there's none going on right now. I could see him taking one of these sidewalls and putting a very nice mural on it. I like the towns. I mean, some of the big cities like Tulsa and Fort Smith, they have some beautiful murals. Corpus Christi has a lot of beautiful murals. And I mean, it's a tourist attraction. People will go there just to see the murals. So with the murals we already have, I showed you some of them last video. I like art. Some types of art I appreciate more than others, but I love in those two murals they have, you know, the one is entirely railroad, the other one has railroad and just, you know, kind of the town history with the fishing boats and everything. At the Texas Maritime Museum, which is just right in front of us, there's a mural going up, and I guess it's on the back side of it. So we'll have to check that out. And from what I saw, they had a I don't know what to call those lift things that take people up and down the heights. I want to call it a crane, but that's not it. It's Market Days is going on. It must be the third weekend of the month. So right here, guys, you can see they're working on the Texas Maritime Museum one. Let me get you a good shot of that. Texas Maritime Museum. Yeah, there's a guy up there. Let me throw a clip in here. And then they have this one going over here at the Texas Maritime Museum. Pretty awesome. Gentleman's up there working on it right now. Very cool. Man, I love this. It's got the classic structure of the Maritime Museum with that fresh pop of art. Pretty awesome. So that's really cool. You can, I don't know if you noticed that he has some fish stenciled out underwater. So they'll include those. And I just like seeing the progress. It's really cool. That one gentleman is from, the one that was working on Copanos is from Houston. And when I talked to him, I saw his Instagram account. And if you go to my Instagram account, he's in one of the photos I posted. If you just click on him, you know, Wizardry, it takes you right to his Instagram account. And he participated with a bunch of other artists, and they painted a building on Ayers Street in Corpus Christi. And I don't know what the cross street is, but I want to go look at it. Ayers is just one of those long streets, but we can find it. It'll give us something to do. There's Market Days going on. They have the ponies out. I'm sure they're aware it's going to rain, so they're trying to get their sales in. I think it's supposed to rain heavy, but be cleared up by tomorrow afternoon. When you guys see this at 4 in the morning, we'll probably be getting some super heavy rain. I got a ride along today.
I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me.
Not bad. Not bad. I'm going to Rockport Beach, guys. I got to drop off some trash. I already did a curbside at HEB, and got gasoline, $2.45 a gallon. Not bad. Not as good as the January prices we were getting, but I think it was what, $2.86 last week. So hopefully we can keep the prices down. I hope you're all doing well. Please be safe. If you know anyone in a flood zone, get a hold of them. Tropical storm, like I said, the heavy rains are coming, guys. Thanks for riding along today. Be safe. Thanks for watching.